Are you trying to figure out if HubSpot Enterprise Hub is a right fit for your company? Well, then it's your lucky day. That's right, this is the second video in a series with our friend Nicholas Holland. Nicholas Holland is the GM of Marketing and VP of Product for HubSpot, and he is super passionate about the success companies like yours can get when using the HubSpot tools. Are you ready to find out the answer to the question? Then hey, you know what time it is.
Are you a HubSpot user looking for fun and interactive education that helps you be better at HubSpot? Then welcome to Sprocket Talk.
That's right, I'm your boy George B. Thomas from SprocketTalk.com, bringing you yet another HubSpot educational video. If you're a sales, marketing, or service professional looking to learn more about HubSpot and inbound strategies to make your business grow, then you're in the right spot. So the question: who is a right fit for the HubSpot Enterprise Hub tools? And here is what Nicholas Holland had to say.
Traditionally, HubSpot Pro, Marketing Pro, was the sweet spot was really businesses that had between 25 and 200 employees. And Enterprise in its original creation was primarily for people who had really large contact databases. Now, in the marketing world, almost every business wants to establish a growth axis so that they can align their product efforts with their customers' desire to grow. And then if the customer grows, you grow with them. So that's why you see a lot of times like seat-based pricing, because it's a great proxy. As a company gets larger and more people use the software, you grow with them. In the marketing world, we all know as marketers that it's not really a seat-based impact, because the same marketing team last year is asked to do even more this year with the same number of heads. And so the great proxy for how marketing companies grow, our companies are growing, is based off the size of their database. The more people you're actively marketing to, traditionally the larger pool of business that you're generating. So when you looked at our enterprise of the past, we had some customers that had extremely large databases and they were looking for really a contact discount. 2 years ago, when I took over as the GM, one of the things we started working on is to really knuckle down and define who enterprise is for. And what we found was our mission, as we originally were an inbound company for marketing, as we began to expand to cover the full flywheel, marketing, sales, and service, we changed inbound to become more like a philosophy, which is like do good, put more good in the world than bad, attract people versus basically, take time from them. And when inbound moved from being like a actual marketing methodology to a philosophy, we really adopted more of the flywheel as the methodology. And we recognized that customers were outgrowing us. And our mission was to help millions of companies grow better. And I realized that many companies were getting to a certain point and then having to move on to more sophisticated solutions. So I started establishing that enterprise would be where we put our most sophisticated customers. And so then we had to start defining what sophisticated meant. Some of that sophistication comes just because you actually have more employees. So now with Marketing Hub Enterprise, it supports companies up to 2,000 employees. We have companies who have larger than that, but that's really a sweet spot. If you start getting above 2,000 employees, you have a whole nother order of complexity, magnitude of complexity that you have to focus on. The other thing that happens is that as companies get more sophisticated, they start having more requirements around security, around flexibility. They want deeper access to data. So another thing we noticed is that there were a lot of companies out in, let's say, Silicon Valley, the startup world. They were small. They might have 10 people, but they were blasting way past the capabilities of HubSpot. They were voracious appetites for data, wanted more API access. They had all sorts of things they wanted to configure and customize. And once again, we couldn't handle that. And there's a real interesting balance, which is like, HubSpot wants to win on ease of use, and yet you have these sophisticated customers who are absolutely within their rights to need these additional pieces of functionality, but it comes at a cost to a traditional business who is just looking to run their marketing platform on it. So that's a long-winded way of saying that we started to get pretty smart and understand that enterprise is where we would put our most sophisticated customers. We would still keep the ease of use of Pro, and sophistication would ultimately come in the form of access to more data, more powerful reporting, more flexibility in how you design your org, and making HubSpot more programmable.
So now let's move on to the tools. And the first tool we're going to talk about is attribution reporting, revenue attribution reporting. Hey, stick around, watch the next video. But did you like this video? Then make sure you head over to SprocketTalk.com for more tactical HubSpot user videos, tools, and resources. Make sure you subscribe as well for those instant notifications and so we know that you're part of the Sprocket Talk community. Until next time, make sure you're focused on being a happy, helpful, humble human. And as always, make sure you're doing some happy HubSpotting.